Good morning. Good morning. It is 2:40. It's about 2:40 a.m. I'm on my way to the gym right now. I'm gonna tell you this story, and I guess I could tell you it because one, he's too young to know, and two, I think the trail of it's gonna help somebody. And what I'm talking about when I'm saying him, I'm talking about our youngest son, Silas. Silas, and relative to time, I don't think this is too bad. But yet, what I'm getting ready to say, it was inconvenient. It was a hassle. And Silas, for the longest, would wet the bed. Now he's getting ready to be 8. I don't think that's a whole long time. I guess I don't know. I recall being past that point, and the woman I love dearly, my grandmother, I remember her waking me up. I mean, she was determined to make sure I didn't pee on her couch or on a bed again. I think she was tired of putting down plastic bags all over the place. But nevertheless, we prevailed. And the same thing was going on with Silas. And, most of the time when you have a child that wets the bed, because it's so inconvenient, you always want to try to figure out, what's going on. Or have you been traumatized? What's got you peeing all over the place? Like, why can't you get up and go to the restroom? Because we have a 3-year-old who, is fully potty trained. But they're different people. So Silas is, it didn't matter. Give him something to drink. Don't give him nothing to drink late at night. He's going to wet the bed. And he was a super wetter. I mean, he wasn't a light peer. He was hardcore. I'm talking about he done destroyed 2 full beds. So we were tired of it, and my wife was tired of it. She was doing what she could do to get him, to stop it. And she was frustrated because it would usually be her that had to clean everything up. And finally, I said, man, I'm kind of tired of this. I'm not sure, when he's peeing, but he needs to stop. And I said, well, I'm gonna commit to getting him up and before I leave to make sure that he uses the restroom. And in my mind, I'm thinking, well, if we got to be inconvenienced cleaning you up, then you're going to be inconvenienced getting up early in the morning when I get up. So if I'm up at, 1 something, 2 something, then guess what? You're going to be up at 1 something, 2 something. And in my mind, in my way of thinking, and let me say this in all honesty, I'm not saying anything that I did was the procuring cause on why he stopped wetting the bed. What I'm saying is that I was thinking maybe the inconvenience of getting up or being woken up every morning created the change. Now, I may be a little bit premature on this celebration. I think yesterday I was, because I stopped and got him some cupcakes. I wanted to do something nice for him. He's had 5-6 consecutive days without wetting the bed. I thought That's a huge accomplishment. One that I think we take for granted. Because it wasn't nothing like having to clean up all that pee and wash his blankets every single day. But he hasn't peed yet. And there was a couple things that stuck out to me when I started thinking about this. Was the process that we all had to go through in order to get to this point. And the crazy thing is, I always want a reward for those things. I always want to reward you because I think it's important that we don't forget the process that was involved with what we do or how we do things. And sometimes we just kind of brush over it. But just imagine the commitment. There was, I didn't want to wake him up. I was just tired of my wife constantly having to wash his stuff and always thinking, what's wrong with him? Why is he peeing like this? What's going on? It was just an issue. And my wife would always ask me, did you wake Silas up? I said, listen, sweetie, I said, if I commit to doing something, I'm going to do it. He's been woken up every single day since then. And I'm not saying I know exactly what stopped him from peeing in bed. He may have just had a mind shift. Because the fact of the matter is, before you get ready to pee, it's a sensation that you either give into or you don't. But the bigger picture is, the steps that it took to get to that success. What it took to get to that victory. You can claim victory at a million different stages, not in your life, in your day. And we just, we brush over them. We just kind of, we don't celebrate them. I'll share something with you that has always been on my heart. I've always, for as long as I can remember, have talked about, have dreamed about being rich. And who knows? I've probably made so many financial mistakes that, really, I could have been rich by now. And that's so funny. But I also know that if I got rich the way that I could have, I really wouldn't have had anything to leave to my kids. And I'm not talking about monetary wise. I'm talking about up here. I'm talking about what can I leave them here? The Bible talks about being fisher of men. See, you can give a man a fish and he can eat today. Or you can teach a man to fish and he can eat forever. But when it's on your heart, You have to believe that it's gonna happen. See, I believe it. See, I 100%, 200% believe it. So I'm working towards that. That's the vision. Because as much as I can say money is not the end-all be-all, having it helps maneuver around a lot of problems. Not saying you don't have to have the core values still in place, but having it helps you move around a lot of the problems.